guys, it's Patrice here at I Fix Lemonade, and today I fixed rice dressing. Now, some of you are probably wondering, isn't that the same thing as dirty rice? Well, the short answer to that is yes and no. Technically, there is a difference between the two. Typically, when you're making rice dressing, you would use ground beef or pork or maybe a combination of the two. Whereas if you are making dirty rice, you would typically use like chicken liver and or gizzards. The rest of the process is pretty much the same. You can spiff it up however you want to, but the process is traditionally the same. The difference comes in when we talk about the different types of meat. Now, you're going to notice that I do something a little different with this one. Now, I of course call mine rice dressing because that's what my family has always called it. We don't always do it this way. Everyone has their own recipe, but it's always been rice dressing to me, and this is still considered rice dressing. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and dig in and see what I have in store for you. Dun-dun-dun. Start off by boiling your chicken gizzards and onions, and I get them until they look like this. While that's cooking, go ahead and cook your ground beef. That's what I'm using here, so go ahead and make sure that you brown that. I wanted the chicken gizzards to literally be falling apart, so I cooked them until they're like this. Now I'm adding in some more water so that once they start boiling again, I can add in green peppers to the mix. Next, you'll want to add your ground beef to it. And by the way, you can actually use ground turkey if you like. And once you've added that in, next is to just stir it up. Now add in 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, one right after the other. And then after you do that, the next thing that you'll want to do is just stir it up. And you're going to basically stir it until it looks like this. This next step is completely optional. Add in a can of French onion soup. To be honest with you, I don't always add in the soup. I just decided I wanted to do it this time, and then of course stir it up. Add in about 2 cups of chicken broth or veggie broth. You're just going to add that right into the mixture here, and then you're basically going to stir it up. Now we add this in because we're going to be putting rice in this, and so you've got to have some type of liquid to absorb into the rice and give it flavor. Okay, so I've got about a teaspoon of seasoning salt, lemon pepper, and garlic salt, and we're just going to add that in to give it a little bit more flavor. And then the next thing we want to do is basically stir this up. Bring your base to a boil, and now what you want to do is add in your rice. And this part is just a little bit tricky because what I do is I add in rice and then I kind of stir it around because I want to see how much liquid's going to be left. So then I kind of stir it around, and then you'll notice that I actually add in more rice because it's still too liquidy. Now, a lot of people don't do it necessarily this way, but I like to do it this way, and you'll find out why in just a moment. So go ahead, add your rice, and then stir it up again. Last step is you stir it here. Make sure that you stir the bottom so that it doesn't stick because the rice will. And then you want to turn the heat off and cover it for a good 17 minutes. So it's kind of like you're steaming it. And voila, dinner is served. Okay guys, so that's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. Why don't you try this recipe out and then comment down below in the comment section what you thought of it. How did it work for you? Did you do it exactly like I did it, or did you kind of put your own spin on things? So now remember, this is rice dressing, so traditionally with rice dressing you use ground meat. You don't have to use exactly what I did. I don't always do it this way, but I just was feeling fun today and I thought, you know what? This is how I'm going to do it today. So that's what I did. Also, the French onion soup is optional as well. You're going to have more than enough flavor as it is, and you don't have to add it in. I kind of wanted to do it that way to, I don't know, just mix things up and give it just a little bit more juice. You know, sometimes rice dressing is a little bit drier. Not dry, but just not as juicy as this, but it's still flavorful. So you've got a lot of options. So try it out and let me know how it turned out. Okay, guys, so that's it for now. Again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to this channel and do me a big favor. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. And until next time, keep fixing good food. Bye!